Hi guys, I'm back again with another edition of our English learning session. Today also we are going to learn a few colloquial expressions as yesterday. How is tricks? Yeah, how is tricks? Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I have asked you a question absolutely in colloquial English. Therefore, it has been a little difficult for you to get the hang of what I have said. So, what I have asked is very simple. How is tricks? Which means, how are you? It's an informal greeting. It is an informal greeting. So, if you ask somebody, how is tricks? The person may say, I'm in the pink. Or he or she may say, I'm under the weather. Now, I'm in the pink is also a colloquial expression, which means I'm in extreme good health. And if it is, I'm under the weather, just the opposite. I'm slightly unwell. I'm slightly unwell. I'm under the weather. If you are suffering too much, of course, you will not say I'm under the weather, but say you are physically a little unwell, then you may say I'm under the weather. Am I a tad early today? Are you tied in knots? Oh my gosh, really? How do I forget always that I'm talking to the learners who have not yet learned a lot of colloquial expressions? I'm a tad early. I'm a little early. Am I a tad early? Am I a little early today? Are you tied in knots? Are you confused? How goes the enemy? How goes the enemy? Is another colloquial expression, colloquial sentence, which means, what is the time? What is the time? How goes the enemy? So we have already learned a number of modern expressions. I'm sorry, we have learned already a number of colloquial expressions. And now, in a systematic manner, we shall be learning a few more. First, I asked you a couple of questions and I gave you the answers as well. And I think from now on, you will be able to use this expression. So when you need, say you just meet your friend in the morning or in the afternoon, at some point in time, and you ask your friend, how is tricks? And if your friend is well conversant, if he is well conversant with English, he will of course say either he is in the pink or he is under the weather. And then you ask, how goes the enemy? How goes the enemy? What is the time? If he knows this expression, he will instantly say, oh, it is now 4:30. And if he's a primer in English, he will simply ask you to simplify. Then you have to translate this sentence into normal formal English so that your friend understands. Let us pass on to the next colloquial expression. The next colloquial expression is I'm pooped. P-O-O-P-E-D. I'm pooped. What's the meaning? The meaning is I'm hairy fleckers. Hairy fleckers? Excuse me. What you mean by hairy fleckers? What you mean by I'm pooped? I'm pooped means I'm very tired. And I'm hairy fleckers, the same. This also, I'm hairy fleckers also means I'm very tired. So both these are modern, I'm sorry, very sorry indeed. Both these are colloquial expressions. You may use these colloquial expressions in your conversation with your friends. Well, let's pass on to the next colloquial expression. The next colloquial expression is, are you sweet on Lucy? Yes, that Lucy we are talking of. Are you sweet on her? Oh, I'm sorry, you perhaps failed to understand what I asked you. I'm asking you, did you go steady with Lucy? Once again, hopeless, really, I'm hopeless. Repeatedly, I'm asking you questions in only colloquial idioms and expressions. Are you sweet on Lucy simply means, are you in love with Lucy? Do you go steady with Lucy? Also means the same. Are you in love with Lucy? When you are in love with somebody, you may say that you are sweet on her or he. And if you don't like to use this idiom sweet on, you may use go steady with. Go steady with. This expression also means in love with. Well, let's pass on to our next one today, and our next one is this place pongs of poo. Yes, this place pongs of poo. Not the place where I'm sitting. Okay, don't misunderstand me. Say you are standing somewhere by the roadside and you suddenly tell your friend that, oh, this place pongs of poo. Let's move a little away from here. I think you have been able to guess by now. Seeing my facial gesture. This place pongs of poo. Yes, poo, P-double-O-poo. Every morning you go to the loo to discharge poo. Truly, by now it is quite evident that you have understood. P-double-O-poo means stools. In gentleman's English, stools. S-T-O-O-L-S. So, I think you know the word poop. P-double-O-P. Poop, when used as a verb. Not that pooped. I have just told you. I'm pooped. Not that. P-double-O-P, poop, simply means to defecate. You go to the loo to poop every morning. Not at other times. I do not know whether you are on the trots or not. On the trots? What do you mean? Oh, on the trots means suffering from loose motions. All right, much of fun. Okay, let's pass on to, I'm sorry, there is another word also there, pong, P-O-N-G. Pong is used both as a verb and a noun. When it is used as a noun, it means a bad smell. Stench, S-T-E-N-C-H. And pong, when used as a verb, as is used here, this place pongs, that means this place stinks, S-T-I-N-K-S. This place stinks of stools, this place pongs of poo, P-double-O, poo. Well, let's pass on to our next colloquial expression, and that is a popsy happens to be snooty. A popsy happens to be snooty. S-N-O-O-T-Y, snooty. And popsy, P-O-P-S-Y. Popsy means a young, attractive girl. A popsy. There goes a popsy. Don't look in that direction. She will misunderstand. She's a popsy. Oh, a popsy. A very young, attractive girl. And snooty, S-N-O-O-T-Y, snooty. What does snooty mean? Snooty means arrogant or egotistical. Snooty also means having an attitude, having a sneery attitude towards somebody. Say there are some people who look down upon the poor. They're very rich and so they look down upon the poor. So those people are very snooty indeed. And we don't like a snooty guy. Do you like? Obviously not. We want people who are kind, who are not, of course, very condescending towards others. But a snooty popsy must be condescending. Popsy means an attractive girl. You may use it anywhere you like. Of course, in your conversation, in spoken English. But when you are writing a piece, I should advise you to avoid using popsy or snooty. You can use. Snooty is used both in spoken English and in written English. Snooty itself is a very good English word, which you are at liberty to use everywhere, wherever you see the situation demands. Okay? So, how many sentences have we learned today? Let us review these ones. Okay? First, we have learned how he speaks, which means how are you? It's a very informal greeting. Number two, I'm in the pink. I'm in the pink simply means I am in extreme good health. When you are in extreme good health, you are glowing, your health is glowing. So you say that you are in the pink. But say you are a bit unwell, a tad unwell. A tad means a bit, a little. You are a tad unwell. You say, I'm under the weather. I'm under the weather. I repeat every sentence I just so that I can hammer these words into your memory for the time being. And afterwards, of course, you need to practice. Well, next what we learned today? How goes the enemy? How goes the enemy? How goes the enemy is frequently used in spoken English, not of course in written English. So how goes the enemy means what is the time? What is the time? So when you are asking somebody what the time is, it's better, you may of course use how goes the enemy, but don't ask a stranger. If you ask a stranger what is the time, then it's better to ask only what is the time, not how goes the enemy, because he may be cut to the quick, he may be pipped. He may not like that. He may not like that in the sense that you are not very familiar with him, so he may not expect such a very, very informal expression from you. But when you're talking to your friends, when you are talking to people of your own circles, you may say, hey, how goes the enemy? I have to make a move. So this you may use if you want. And then next, what have we learned? I also asked you, are you tied in knots? Are you tied in knots? T-I-E-D, tied in knots, K-N-O-T-S. Are you tied in knots? Simply means, are you confused? Are you confused? Are you tied in knots? Okay, let me tell you in this context that if you say tie the knot, it has a completely different meaning. Have you tied the knot? Have you tied the knot? It simply means, have you married? Or have you got hitched? So you have to remember these expressions very properly, or else if there is a little change, this expression may mean something entirely different. Okay, so I always request you to use these expressions. The more you use, the easier it is for you to remember these expressions. Or else instead of using one expression, you may use some other, and you may become a butt of ridicule there. People will laugh at you. Okay, so don't do that, please. And after what have we learned? After that, we have learned I'm pooped. I'm pooped. P-O-O-P-E-D. Pooped we have learned in two senses today. I'm pooped means I'm tired. I'm very tired. When you are very tired, you may say you are pooped. But poop, P-O-O-P, poop, this word also we have learned today, which means to defecate. You go to the toilet in the morning to poop, to defecate. Defecate is a very sober term, sober word. You may use it when there is any formal occasion, and when it is informal, you may use the word poop, P-O-O-P, poop. So I'm pooped means I'm very tired, and I'm hairy flackers also means the same. Are you hairy flackers? Say somebody has come to your house and you see the person panting for breath, gasping for a breath. You may say, oh man, you must be very pooped. Please have a pew. Have a pew means sit down. Please have a seat. Have a seat. You seem to be very pooped. You seem to be hairy flackers. You seem to be very tired. So these expressions that we have learned today, we have also learned today the idiom sweet on. Are you sweet on anybody? Say you are just talking to a lady of almost your age group. You are asking her, are you sweet on anybody? If she says yes, you are very disappointed if you are a man. And if she says no, you feel very eager. Oh, really? Then you have a possibility there. And you start, of course, flattering her so that she pays some special attention to you. And you are actually beginning to be sweet on her. That is, you want to go steady with her. You want to go steady with her. Go steady with also means to be in love with somebody. What else have we learned today? We have also learned this sentence, this colloquial sentence. This place punks of poo. This place punks of poo. Pong means P-O-N-G. Pong, when used as a noun, it means a bad smell. And pong, when used as a verb, it means to stink. S-T-I-N-K. And poo, P-O-O, poo means stools. S-T-O-O-L-S. Stools. And then we have learned a popsy often happens to be snooty. A popsy means a very young, attractive girl, and snooty means egotistical, arrogant. So that's all for this session. Once again, at the end of this session, I shall be rattling on those same words as I do every day. Those of you who are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And those of you who have already subscribed, please do share this channel, this particular video with all your like-minded friends who are interested in learning English and speak this transoceanic language exactly as a native. All right. So see you again in the next session. So long.